Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Just had an epiphany about my wife, still processing. Been married to my wife for over 30 years, and we have 2 grown children, including a daughter who has a boy toddler. My daughter was 5 months pregnant with a second boy when a serious complication occurred with him. They had done a risky procedure to save him, and she was going to the doctor to an ultrasound to see how he fared from the treatment. At the same time, my wife and I were scheduled to go with a group of friends on holiday to the islands. So we were in line to go through airport security when my daughter called, crying to me that the baby died. I told my daughter to hold on and that I'd be right over. My wife was the trip organizer and felt she needed to go, but she tried to convince me to go on the trip anyway, saying that there's nothing we can do now anyway. I shook my head and left the line and went to my daughter and her husband's house. I knew my daughter would need my emotional support, but also my logistical support. I could take care of my grandson so her husband could stay at the hospital with her. After I got there, they said my daughter would be coming back home since they need to wait 2 days before being able to kick off the birth, if you will. I bought tons of groceries, made dinner, and watched over my grandson. My wife then calls and says she can still get me a ticket to come the following Monday. It was Friday. She doesn't ask how our daughter is, nor what the situation is. Of course, I tell her I can't, and her reaction was a flippant, "That's up to you then" response, as though I was no coming for a trivial reason. I was pissed off, but I didn't say anything. I spent the next 2 days with them, and then she had to go back to the hospital where there are now as I write this. The baby finally came out, and they held him one last time. They are devastated. I am devastated, and my wife is sending us pictures of beach sunsets on WhatsApp. My epiphany is that she is a fair-weather wife and mother, which is worse. I thought back to the time, almost 20 years ago, when she demanded my dying father leave the house where he was staying with us because she didn't want to deal with it anymore. I still beat myself up to this day that I didn't push back on that. Then, when he died, she also went on a scheduled vacation to visit her brother with the kids. I buried him by myself, and as I sit here and take inventory of our marriage, I can't think of a single fucking thing she ever did for me unless there was something in it for her. Never a selfless act towards me that I can remember, and I've made countless ones to her, as I imagine many married couples do for each other. I'm very angry right now, and I'm afraid I'm going to do something rash. But what Ina wants to do is to tell her to fuck off once and for all, and that I don't want to see her or hear from her again. Ever. My thoughts. It sounds like you made a difficult but compassionate decision to prioritize your daughter and her family during a challenging time. As a father, your instinct to be there for your child in times of need is completely understandable. Your presence and support likely meant a great deal to them during such a difficult period. Did you miss my previous video? How dare you? Just kidding. Catch you in this video?